massive search.
No bush that they didn't look under.
Going over this area over and over again.
No piece of wood they didn't look under.
A frantic search is on to find Zahra Baker.
I haven't seen her for over a year.
The last person to see Zahra alive?
You state your name, please.
Elisa Baker.
Lisa Baker.
She had nothing to do with this.
She would make fun of the child for not walking right.
She's living on one leg.
She says that she is not a killer.
She was flat firm.
She's had cancer all of her life.
She would pull her hair.
She's gone deaf.
Lisa Baker would taunt her, cuss at her.
This woman was somehow homeschooling this little girl.
They never registered Zahra for homeschooling.
She loves her daughter.
It's just downright evil.
I came back from looking at a job and started some work in the yard, and her mother came out and started screaming that Zahra was missing.
What did she tell you? Where did she say it happened? What did she know?
She didn't know very much. She came out crying and panicking, just like telling me Zahra was gone. I went inside, searched the house, started searching around the block, and called the police.
That is Zahra Baker's father on ABC's Good Morning America. We are taking your calls out to Rachel in Arkansas. Hi, Rachel.
Hey, Nancy, you're a great role model for people like me that didn't grow up with one, and your twins are awesome. They're lucky little angels. This case is so horrifying. I'm just wondering how the dad could not be involved. If the poor child went through the wood chipper, how did the stepwoman get access to that without him? I mean, wasn't it his business?
You know, Rachel, we don't know that that is what happened to her, but you're absolutely right. All this can't be going on in your own home, and you know absolutely nothing about it. But speaking of the father, Rachel, I'm glad you brought that up, Rachel in Arkansas, because now the father is saying he thinks Zahra is alive. Out to Natisha Lance. When did the father say Zahra is alive?
Well, Nancy, this was on Friday when this search was executed at the Baker home. Adam Baker was there for that search while investigators were coming out the front door. Adam Baker was coming out the back door. Media did have an opportunity to speak with him. He did say that he believes that Zahra is alive, and he said that when and if she is found, he would like to return her to Australia if that is what she would like to do.
Out to Dr. Glenn Kalansky, board-certified physician, joining us out of New York tonight. Thank you, Dr. Kalansky. You know, we know that Zahra had survived bone cancer and lung cancer. What was her life like dealing with this recovery?
I mean, this girl has had a very difficult life. Chances are she's deaf. She may have undergone chemotherapy, and that's the reason she's deaf, you know, after losing her leg. I think this girl's had a very difficult life. If the reports indicate that her mother would actually make her walk uphill with, you know, with one prosthetic leg, and basically, which was very difficult and painful for her. I think it's just very unusual that the father could stand by and just watch this all happening to her and not do anything. And I have to comment, he has like no emotion in his mannerisms. So I think something's awry with him as well, and these don't stand to be upstanding citizens. I really feel sorry for this girl, and I hope she's found with those very doubtful.
Well, Dr. Kalansky, what do you make of investigators now taking furniture, including a mattress and box springs from Zahra's home? What kind of evidence would you expect that they're looking for on a box mattress and, mattress and box spring?
Well, clearly they could be looking for any kind of blood specimen, hair, blood, any kind of DNA evidence that could be linked to a body that they may find.
Right.
They can also use it for the cadaver dogs as a scent. I mean, a scent can last anywhere from a few days to a week, so chances are that they actually, you know, they brought new dogs in and they need, you know, a scent for the dogs to trace.
To John Burris, Randy Kessler, Unleash the Lawyers. Randy Kessler, now the father, is saying he's now announcing this far into it that he thinks Zahra is alive. What, to distance himself from what's going on, the possibility, the strong possibility that she's dead?
Well, he shouldn't say anything. Why does he think that? Sure, he's got hope, but he's not saying he hopes, he's saying he thinks, and anything he thinks has got to be based on knowledge. You know, this is a circumstantial case right now, and it's on the edge. There's a lot of good circumstantial evidence for the prosecution, but there's no body yet. He needs to clam up, and he needs to lawyer up.
John Burris, Come on, look, I know you're going to spout off your usual and you're going to defend him and the stepmother, but the reality is, he's saying she's alive, she's alive. To suggest, I mean, you heard him in the 911 call, not concerned, very calm, his daughter's missing, to suggest he doesn't think she's dead, that he doesn't know anything about it. That's where this is headed.
Well, you know, my feeling about it is he is a dad. He wants to be hopeful. There's no evidence that he knows anything other than what everyone else knows. And the point of the fact is, I disagree that his manner. I disagree. Well, you know, I've had cases where dogs have bad noses, so that's not evidence to me. It's not evidence yet. And even if there is, that doesn't mean he did it. It doesn't mean he knows anything about it. It's not that evidence against him. There may be evidence that something bad has happened there, but that doesn't mean he did it. And he may not have knowledge about it, and he may find out later.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough.